What is Florence and the Machine up to lately? Let's see. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, I highly suggest you subscribe immediately, straight away. So we're checking out Florence and the Machine, Sympathy Magic. Okay. I think the last time I reacted to their video was like 2 months ago. It was something witchy, reminded me of Halloween. Let me go back to my channel here. I've done a few reactions to them. Florence. Everybody scream. Oh yeah, that video was just different. I don't know. Go check out that reaction. 2 months ago. Yes. Okay. I keep forgetting, where is Florence and the Machine from? Are they from the UK, I believe? Maybe Scottish? London, UK. Okay, got it. They've been through a lot of record labels. Moshi Moshi, I Am Sound, Island Republic, Universal Republic, Virgin EMI, Polydor. They are jumping from here to there. Okay, so any information here from the description? From the new album, Everybody Scream Out This Halloween. Yeah, that's why, I'm guessing this song as well is going to have Halloween vibes. Very fitting, as it's, Halloween in 2 days. Quickly approaching. Tell me in the comments, what are you going to be for Halloween? Do you have a costume? And if not, then what costume would you want to be? Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Is anyone going to be Florence for Halloween? Is that going to be somebody's costume? Okay. All right, enough with the jokes. Let's get serious. Okay. Some nudity there. Viewer discretion is advised. Where is that filmed?
Memory fails me, names and faces blur. There is only after or before. Am I so different? Have I changed? I do not recognize my face, the scar face that pulls inside, tugging at me all the time, chewing on a feeling, spitting it out, crouched in a ball gown, anxious and ashamed, vague humiliations of fame. I do not find worthiness in virtue. I no longer try to be good. It didn't keep me safe like you told me that it would. So come on, tear me wide open, a terrible beast. Let the chorus console me. Sympathy magic, and the light coming in the window just so, and the wind through my fingers, the only God that I know. And it does not want me on my knees to believe. Head high, arms wide, aching, 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 and alive, and alive. So I don't have to be worthy. I no longer try to be good. It didn't keep me safe like you told me that it would. So come on, tear me wide open till I
Those faces.
lose my mind, till I cannot contain it.
happening?
Sympathy magic, sympathy magic. Come on, come on, I can take it. Sympathy magic, sympathy magic. Sympathy
Directed by wait a minute. Autumn the Wild. Oh wow, there's a long credits here. I'm gonna watch them out of respect. Anonymous content. Juliet. Ryan Benjamin. Yeah, costume design, production, hairstyling, makeup. So many people work on, you know, a small project, let's say, of a music video, and we only see, you know, what, 4 minutes of the song around that time, but we don't get the full scope of the team working behind the scenes and making everything work. So I think it's proper that they have the full credits here and you know, show us the people that worked on this and their role that they played in constructing the video. Gaffer, even, you know, electrician, standby rigger, like so many location managers. There's like so many components that go into this, and I'm learning more about it because this year I started working, you know, sometimes here and there as like an extra for films or some series in Netflix, which you guys may recognize me on Netflix at some point if you speak Spanish and watch things from Colombia here in South America. But either way, I have that mentality now of like, okay, I'm thinking more in that perspective of behind the scenes, the director, the extras, the cameras, the people in set, right? Anyway, all right, first things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I have a link of the original video down in the description below. You know, it may be fitting that I'm watching this at 3 a.m. because 3 a.m. it's one of those times, like witchy times historically, and I think this video is a bit witchy, but not in a in that kind of way that it's like serious. It's just meant to be theatrical, right? And getting into the spirit of Halloween. You know, Florence is so original, and I like how she has maintained, from what I've seen, her style and her uniqueness, like her own vibe, because Florence and the Machine did have a couple songs that went viral, I would say more commercial. I think this was back in like 2013 or something like that. And she could have continued. She could have gone, you know, full commercial radio kind of way, and of course you make more money that way. You have more fans, you have more connections and stuff like that. But maybe you lose your essence. And so this just shows how connected she is with herself, with her thoughts, ideas, and she's not afraid to go crazy and to really get out there with the, like I said, theatricals, the artistry of expression, and the performance. Physically, I mean, she's very naturally beautiful, I would say. She reminds me of a combination of like an ancient Roman sculpture and a Renaissance painting. That is Florence right there. And you know, it would be cool to see a collaboration between her and Aurora from Norway. Maybe you guys have heard of Aurora. Highly recommend. Similar, in quotations, kind of similar voice and attitude, and this free expression kind of will to her. So I think they would get along well. And also Aurora is very much into nature and stuff like that. So I sense a connection here between the two. I just think that would be, interesting to see what they could come up with. Okay, the lyrics here. By the way, where was this filmed? I didn't see that. Probably the UK. It looks like it could be the UK to me. I don't know. I've never been, but I just know that there's, very green pastures and a lot of land. Let's see. Florence and the Machine. Oh, I should have written the song. By the way, if you guys are still watching, thank you. All right. And that's the thing, like, I'm not going to break this down and go too deep, but I just wanted to get a second look at the lyrics because, when I'm watching the video, it's kind of hard to concentrate with the visuals, the audio, and the lyrics at the same time. And for the most part, I just focus on the visuals because that's entertaining to me. Memory fails me. Names and faces blur. There is only after or before. After or before. So, like, not in the situation, whatever happened. Am I so different? Have I changed? I do not recognize my face. The scar fades, but pulls inside, tugging at me all the time. Chewing on a feeling and spitting it out. Crouched in a ball gown. And that's the thing, what she's wearing here, to me, it's like very old-fashioned 1700s, like Queen Victoria kind of clothing. And so this is, maybe that's why it reminds me of, like, I mentioned this in the other video that they did. What was it? Somebody Scream? Or something like that? Of the Salem witch trials. And it's because I lived in Massachusetts, which that's where Salem is. And there was that huge thing in 1600s about the witch trials, and everybody was, getting blamed for being a witch and stuff like that. It's something related to her, and it's like those contortions, those movements that seem so erratic and unconventional. It's something that you wouldn't see in public, right? If you were to see somebody doing that, at your local park, then you would probably be concerned and be like, you know what, kids, let's go home. Not today. But, I get that she's doing it in a more liberating way that, it's different. It's not like what's the word there? As dark as it appears. And light coming in the window, just so, and the wind through my fingers. The only God that I know, and it does not want me on my knees to believe. Head high, arms wide, aching. So she's saying she, like, I guess does believe in a God, just not the, the one most people think of, because it doesn't want her to get on her knees, and pray to a statue or something else. It's maybe the God within, your own spirit that guides you and tells you right from wrong, and what you should do and what you're all about. So I get it. I get her perspective. Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I have my own thoughts, but we're talking about Florence here. This is a nice video overall. Like I said, I think it is dramatic. It is theatrical and effective in doing so. Like, look at these movements here, and the camera shot very down low. It's windy, and that just adds a bit of, like, more effect to it, like more dynamic and energy, seeing her hair and the drapery, all the dresses, what they're wearing, and it's kind of like you get this sense of, like, fresh air in your face, standing, on top of those rocks in what seems to be this isolated place from society, buildings, technology, all that. It's like we are free here to do whatever we want and just to think, right? So, man, sympathy magic. Huh. Okay. Sympathy magic. The magic of having sympathy. Could be. Either way, I think I've explained it enough. Thank you guys for watching. If you have thoughts or suggestions, comment, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.